We need to do another intro. So, real quick, here's what I want everyone to do. Say your name and then say what the podcast is about in like 30 seconds.
I'm going to tell you right now, John, that I, Matthew Sin, will not do that.
Well, then what are you going to do?
I emphatically refuse to state that the purpose of this podcast is to determine which character of a particular series, piece of media, book, whatever that we're talking about is the best. Because we've already done this twice before. To do it a third time is a disservice to myself, to Brandon, and I think to you. It's just disrespectful at this point.
Well, you know, here at Your Favorite Character Sucks, that's what we do. We repeat the process over and over until we have multiple winners. And then at the end of the season, we have a best of the best episode where those winners go head to head to determine which character is the best from the entire season.
Well, here's what I, Brandon Lee Nash, will tell you about this program, YFCS Pod, as we like to call it on the socials. I'm just here to argue with my friends about dumbass shit that most people don't really care about, but we do, and that's why we're here.
I love it. All right, thank you guys. On today's episode, Teen Titans. Go! We're talking about Teen Titans. Comic book series from when did it start? 60s, 70s?
The 70s.
A while ago.
Okay, but we know it best probably from the Cartoon Network run of Teen Titans.
Teen Titans Go.
Not that, no.
I've only seen Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go is actually very favorably reviewed.
It's incredibly popular.
Yeah.
I mean, most little kids probably know it from that, right? But
Well, I know someone who watches it and they're an adult.
Who?
My friend Roy.
It's embarrassing.
anyway,
Well, he enjoys it.
Yeah. So, Teen Titans. That's what we're doing.
Teen Titans.
Oh, that song is like it
No,
fucking
song
goes so
slaps.
hard.
The intro
Maybe
song?
Hi, hi, puffy, ami, yumi.
Teen Titans, go! Yeah,
Well,
that whole
Japanese.
thing. Yeah.
I did
That's how
not that.
just imitating the song, and that's how the song goes.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't they actually sound like... That's just how they sound.
Yeah,
They are a Japanese pop group.
That's what I'm saying.
it's actually me. I sung that theme song.
shit.
Yeah,
You are hi, hi, puffy, ami, yumi?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But no, that is a good song, good theme song. I don't know what the Teen Titans Go theme song is, but I know that Teen Titans song is really
I don't know
good.
either because I have not actually personally watched any Teen Titans.
Should we look it up?
All I know is that there was an annoying kid that used to like quote Teen Titans Go. There was like an episode where they just kept talking about waffles, and that's all that I know.
What are you
It's 'cause
talking about?
I've never
He just
heard
kept
that.
talking about waffles, and then he showed me the clip where they're all just obsessed with waffles. And
The
I was
only
like,
clip
yeah,
I've
it's
seen is the
stupid.
meta clip where they look at themselves in the original Teen Titans series.
No, that
That's just
scene
dope.
is so good.
And aren't all the voice actors the same?
Yeah,
also?
no, it's all the
Yeah.
same people.
Yeah.
They just got
Okay.
paid a lot, so they don't feel bad for
But
them.
we're here to find out who the best character is in Teen Titans. Oh, we have to introduce our guest. We are here. We're joined for the second time
Yeah.
from season 1, though. So it's
Season one?
He jumped a season. He
And what
jumped.
episode was he on?
He was on Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
I
Was that
thought.
season 1?
Yeah, season 1. And
And
I thought he
won
did a
that
great
one.
job.
He won.
Did he?
Right?
Who did
I
we
don't
pick?
know.
I'd like to
Riku.
think that
We picked Riku.
the people don't
Did you
win,
pick?
but-
Oh well, we shouldn't spoil it. All right. Well, we picked somebody. So go
Did
listen
I?
to it.
Huh?
Did I?
Well, either way, Anne was
Far enough
on.
removed from the source content. You can definitely.
Anne was on
say-
Kingdom Hearts episode. Very good episode. I think he did a great job. We're having him back now to talk about Teen Titans. So who is going to go first? Who's the best character in Teen Titans?
Brand's gonna start us off, first of all. So let's go ahead.
We are in his home,
Yeah, this
His
is your
ancestral
humble
home.
abode, so go
My
ahead.
ancestral.
ancestral home.
I can start us off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will be arguing for Cyborg because even though I know we're talking about Teen Titans here, the reason I've chosen Cyborg is because he is a part of every modern DC teen currently.
For real.
That
He's
is
in-
And also sometimes.
But why do we
the
think that
primary-
is?
And Mortal Kombat.
It's because he's black.
I was gonna say, is it
He's like the
because
only
they
prominent
don't?
DC black character.
Is because they don't. Yeah,
Besides
make new ones.
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Is he black?
Well, he's a Martian, but he takes the disguise of a black man.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
to be,
no,
which
and
to be clear, we love Cyborg. We just wish they would make more
and,
black heroes
John
instead
Stewart.
of recycling.
And Jon Stewart.
John Stewart's
who's-
awesome.
Yes.
Jon Stewart is the coolest.
However, they're talking about a new
ever.
Green Lantern movie and they're making it Hal Jordan again. So.
God.
They can't even pick the other white guy.
Well, this is what I heard. This is what I heard on a comic book website, but that's it. Oh wow, look at this.
So my point is, why can't they even pick the other white guy, Kyle Rayner?
I don't know.
What's the obsession with Hal Jordan?
Okay.
But I don't, this is early days. I don't know. This is-
I would love to see John Stewart. Anyways, though, Cyborg is part of the Teen Titans. He's part of Young Justice, Doom Patrol, and Justice League.
Keep going. There's probably
That's
more.
it. But
There's
yeah,
probably one.
but that's the four I had in mind.
He's part of the Cyborg Squad. which is
Did you say Justice League?
Squad is spelled with a C at the beginning, like Cyborg. It's got a C at the beginning.
Is there a Justice League podcast?
We can make one, me and you.
Okay.
We recap every Justice League episode, Justice League Unlimited.
Justice League and Justice League.
No. Can we do a Man of Steel podcast? I'm hot about that.
So it's a Kevin Smith reviews.
Oh yeah, if we were doing DC, Ann would absolutely be arguing for Superman.
It's my favorite hero.
Anyway, Bran,
Let's bring it back to Teen Titans.
I think
Superboy is a Teen Titan.
I think Cyborg's a really cool character. He utilizes technology instead of superpowers.
Well, let's get realistic. The technology are his.
It's
superpowers.
alien technology, right? So,
Yeah.
but
That's how
or
it's
is it
brought into the New
Yeah.
52, right?
Yeah, so now it's
So it wasn't always
it's father box technology, right? Or mother box?
Father box?
Father Box is a step up from
Fucking
Mother box.
heteronormative fucking.
Well, no, that's also isn't there both a mother and a
I
father
have
box?
to assume
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
That is good.
But-
it's both.
What
But
was-
Mothers have boxes.
Go ahead. I don't want to bring up
Fathers don't.
Marvel again.
Oh, the
I was gonna say it's literally just the same as the Infinity Stones.
yeah, but there you can find those parallels in every like Marvel and DC
To be
comics.
fair,
right back.
Darkseid came out before Thanos.
Well then, okay. Well then, that's what I was curious about.
yeah,
Go.
but they're pretty similar.
They're literally the exact
They
same
are.
character.
But yeah, Cyborg has a lot of very interesting moments about, sort of balancing his humanity with his cybernetic parts. And I think that's, as we are becoming more and more reliant on technology, I think those issues are pretty interesting to see displayed within the superhero content.
It's like the episode where they're lifting, and he's trying to lift over his maximum
Yes.
capacity, but
Yeah.
he literally cannot.
We need to talk about that for sure.
because he's a bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember
his
that.
human brain just has to will himself to be stronger.
Much like Rock
Right,
Lee, you
yeah.
just have to become
Yeah.
stronger than you were before.
That's the power of humanity.
Well, he doesn't let his
His willpower.
He doesn't let his limits. He doesn't listen to them anymore.
Exactly.
Pushes
Because
past
he's
the
not
limits.
just a robot.
But to be fair,
he's
he
still
really
a human.
should listen to those limits also because
Yes.
there's a fucking very intelligent computer
Oh,
AI
yeah.
system with
There's a reason those
don't
limits
go
are.
beyond those limits. There's probably a good reason for that.
Yeah.
And it's not just physiological. There's probably other aspects that they've computed in there. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's a fucking supercomputer.
Yeah, I would trust it.
I would honestly trust it too, but he's a teenager. He's hot-headed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
All right, who's
I
next?
wonder. Can I ask a question about him? I think
Yeah.
we talk about Black Panther and we talk about other black superheroes, but do they ever really? Do they make him race neutral? Like I'm saying, do they ever really talk about race issues or anything like that? Or-
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think
you,
It's
they
not
do.
Static Shock.
I
so
don't
yeah,
think
you were
they do
saying
that.
it's one of the few DC black characters, but yeah, I don't for him.
And maybe they like him because they don't
his-
address race with him at
yeah,
all.
his race isn't really important.
No.
But I want to see a fucking Static Shock.
That's why we like Static Shock.
When
He's
is,
a man
are
of
we
the
going to get a
streets.
live action Static Shock? That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
Doubtful.
Static Shock.
They did Black Lightning instead, which is basically the same fucking
Yeah,
character.
but that's a TV show
Okay, well, what
and
we-
low budget. So
I liked Black Lightning and Young Justice.
Yeah,
He's cool.
yeah.
all right.
Man, I took forever for you to watch Young Justice because I kept telling you to watch Young
No,
Justice.
because the first few episodes, I'm like,
pretty whack,
this
yeah.
is just young, angsty Justice League. But then once you get more into it, it gets
Also,
very
the first,
good.
Yeah, after those, the first season is cool because it also the first season of Young Justice is really awesome because they incorporate a lot of Justice League.
Oh yeah, you
But
see
then-
the Justice League operating in the background the whole time.
Yeah, but then they eventually become separate from them, and that's a whole part of season one is
Who's next?
how do they become separate from
I
themselves? Well, Young
guess-
Justice is very closely related to Teen Titans because
Yes.
it's just the retelling of the
It's
same
like a
thing.
year. Yeah, a year
No,
apart.
it's the same hero.
17, 18.
It's Dick Grayson also, and
Yeah.
also you see all the other Robin stuff, which is cool. It's just been updated for the modern era, basically.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
No, I was go last.
What the?
I can go next, or you can go next. Up to you. You don't want to go next?
I don't care. You want me to go next?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
So Raven.
I hate him so much.
My favorite character. Or are we arguing for the best character?
It's the best. You're saying that your character is the best,
It's
but it
usually
could be your
both.
favorite too.
Yeah.
It's usually both.
My
Okay.
favorite and the best.
Well, what if he's your favorite, but he's not the best?
Well, you try to tell us he's the best. Why do you think he? Why do you see the best to you? Because you
Well,
think he's your
why is-
favorite,
Why
right?
are they the best?
Okay, who I think is the coolest is Slade. I think he's the coolest
Pretty
because he's very manipulative and he's very elusive and he kind of just comes out of nowhere all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes randomly they'll just be chilling and their huge TV will just go staticky and Slade would just pop on and was like, "So Titans," and they're just like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
where'd he come from?"
He's an
And,
adult fucking with teenagers, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, these teenagers are
They are. They're
Incredibly
extraordinary
powerful, yeah.
teenagers for sure.
And besides from him just looking so badass, he even corrupts Robin to join him.
No, that's a good arc.
And I don't know. It's like
Gets in
they're
Robin's head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a very sick duo
We
for a
talk
little
about
bit.
how like they always think they're like secluded and sequestered from society, and they live in a giant tower, like outside of like San Francisco that just has a T.
Yeah.
How do
Yeah.
they find us?
Yeah.
It's just a giant fucking T on this island.
Yeah, they're always the government patrolling them. Like, who are these aliens?
No, it's fucked.
But yeah, Slade.
This script
I
was
like
very
his.
cool.
I like his costume. It's cool.
He's so badass.
Yeah, I like all the iterations of his costume too, because there's like the Teen Titans that have that like brown and gold, right, kind of look, and then there's also the Deathstroke has like blue and like scales on his leg, like it's like blue scale look,
Yeah.
and also gold still.
What I like about that character is it depicts an elderly man as capable,
Yeah. Isn't
both mentally
Slade?
and physically. He's
Yeah.
very powerful.
Isn't
He's got a
he
super
the-
soldier serum though, right?
Yeah, he does.
Isn't he the leader of all of the villains?
He's very like Machiavellian, so he's like controlling and ordering people around.
That's what I'm saying. He has like
I
henchmen.
think, yeah, but
But he is also employed by others even greater.
yeah, well, he has a contract to kill the Teen Titans. That's the only reason. He has like no. It's not like a personal thing, right? He just literally is killing them for a contract.
personal at all.
I don't even think it's his contract actually.
Well,
Isn't
if
it-
it's not-
in the lore, isn't it? It's like his son's contract or something like
I
that.
have no idea.
I feel like it got kind of personal with him and Robin, though. Like, honestly,
Maybe.
their arc. Because I watched that recently. It felt.
Was he trained by the League of Assassins?
I want to say yes.
Isn't there some association there?
I think there is, yeah.
Could be.
Because I think that's also his connection with Robin. Is like League of Assassins,
I don't know.
Batman. That
And
kind
when
of
you did
thing.
your research on Slade, what did you find out about that? Did you...
was actually trained by the League of Assassins.
Oh shit! All
I
right,
thought he was well in the Arrowverse, which is the contemporary.
Arrowverse. I love him on the Arrowverse. Did you watch?
Bennett?
Did you watch the Arrow?
No.
Dude, on
He's,
Arrow,
Australian
season
Australian
two,
Special Forces.
season 2 of Arrow. I thought that was one of my favorite seasons. He's really cool in that. I like him a lot.
I hate to point this out, but they really selected. I mean, whenever he's in the costume and also Joe Manganiello's in the costume, they look very similar.
They look almost exactly the
They
same.
look very similar. I mean, obviously one is the TV version, so he's like a little lower budget, and then for the big screen.
I really liked that season because they're on this island together or whatever, and then they working together, but then in the end to become enemies.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Well, all over a girl.
Also, Slade is part of one of the best arcs of Teen Titans, which is not. I don't think it's the Robin turning evil
The
thing.
Terror arc?
I think it's the Terror arc. Yeah, the Judas contract is like very
I can't believe
popular.
they actually ice someone.
Yeah, and
They ice
they
the
kill
kid.
a character.
They
Yeah,
ice a kid,
yeah.
which is crazy.
But I don't know. In the comics, I feel like they might not have been. She still might not have been a teenager at that point, because they start getting older. I mean, Robin is
Once they
definitely
become-
not a
once they become
child.
Titans.
Like the way that they did the Judas Contract movie. Did y'all see the movie? No, you haven't watched the
I
movie.
watched it, yeah.
The movie's so good. They have
What
Blue
movie?
Beetle
Were they
in
in
it.
like Tokyo?
They have Blue Beetle in it, and they have
like the Avengers.
and they have Bruce Wayne's son Robin is the leader of the Teen Titans. Damian Wayne, yeah, and Marlon Wayans is on there too. And,
Shut up.
All right.
And
Have a great night, folks. We're out of here.
anyway, I've made that joke before.
And I hate it every time.
Probably on the Batman episode.
On the Batman episode, I 100% did.
I think I could. I hope.
No, I left it in there because it led to us discussing the third Tim Burton Batman film where he
That's
was
true.
going to have Marlon Wayans as Robin. He really was going to do
Absolutely unbelievable.
it. Anyway, but now I'll cut that from this because we've already said it once.
So does that lead into your character, Robin?
No, my character's not Robin.
What do you have against Dick Grayson?
But yeah, the Judas Contract movie, it's on Hulu, I think. It's very good.
It's also
I think
on HBO Max.
the movie is done more like the comic books, from what I understand, which is that there's like a whole brother blood plot that's going on with it. And Robin is Nightwing. He's not Robin anymore.
Yeah.
There's
So you're closer
Damian.
to Titans than Teen
Yeah,
Titans.
that's what I'm saying. It's Titans. So I think Tara might not have been a teen anymore. I think she might have been maybe 19 or 20, but she was an adult.
Young adults.
Yeah, I think so.
And they mature much faster because they have to do all
Save
this shit.
people's lives.
Yeah.
They have a lot
They're
of
sidekicks.
responsibility.
Sidekicks mature pretty quick. So, like Robins, they're forced to experience all kinds of fucked up shit.
And die,
Yeah.
literally, and then be
Um,
resurrected.
Raven is the best, and I think the other good, besides the Judas Contract, they also made another movie for Raven's plot, which I fucking love, is her father, sort of using her to come to Earth and
That's
bring
also
about the
part of
apocalypse.
The first Titan season, is it not?
Well, that happens in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
They really like that
They make a
one.
movie version of it though, too, which is really good.
But it's also in Titans. The live
Oh,
action.
the live action. I
did they?
still haven't watched that.
The first season of
So-
Titans is all about
Yeah.
that.
And Raven and Cyborg are, not always in the Teen Titans group. Like I've seen, she is in Titans.
Raven is usually in.
Raven is usually not at the beginning.
Because she's not really in
Not the
anything
OG
else,
Titans, right?
is she?
I haven't seen her. In
Well, she's in
anything.
Young Justice too, but then I think she gets killed.
She is.
Her outfit's a lot different.
I love Raven because I'm a fucking goth, like emo kid. Nobody in the podcast has really ever seen. The people who listen haven't seen me, but I wear like chain pants, like the big, thick.
Yeah, what's your favorite My Chem?
You
right
did
now-
wear that shit.
You like that?
I like the Black Parade, and that's the only song I know from them. And I'm wearing Insane Clown Posse makeup right now.
No.
I think that's
Oh
completely
my
different.
God.
That's a whole different genre.
How do magnets work, though, for real?
That makes sense because you are a clown for claiming that.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
But she is
I
like the
love
second
Raven.
best one.
I love Raven because she is like the mystical, magical one, and
What about Starfire?
I feel like a majority of heroes, I don't know, they always fall under like the experiment category or mutant category or something like
What
that.
about regular humans?
Regular humans like
Like
Robin,
Robin.
yeah, but he's fine.
You don't like
Um,
Dick Grayson? What's your problem with Dick Grayson?
No, he's fine.
He's
I don't hate him, but not as interesting to me as
He's the
Raven.
backbone of the team.
I like Raven because she's got a lot of internal conflict, and I feel like she's the one that you're kind of worried about or concerned about when you look at the group. And like,
Really?
yeah, because she knows that she is really the only reason she exists is to be the key to bringing the devil basically to Earth.
Whoa,
you know what I mean?
whoa.
I know he's not the devil, but he's the devil basically, right? I mean, he's
Kinda.
Trigon. Is that his name?
Yeah.
So
He's
Trigon.
represented
Who, her
through
father?
primary evils.
Yeah, her father is Trigon. Yeah, so she's a fucking antichrist. Like she's like born to bring
is
about
kinda.
the apocalypse, and she knows it. And there's a big question about determinism and stuff like that. And I love that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a really cool conversation. So I think she's really interesting because of that. But I also just think she's badass.
She's cool.
Yeah.
She's just got
She's also another thing that I think is more interesting with heroes is ones that can't quite control their powers, which all the Teen Titans have
Can't
that.
control it.
All the Teen Titans have that to a certain extent because they're teenagers, so they're not like at the top of their game.
Oh, except for
But she,
Robin.
Cyborg is kind
Robin's
of
got
at the
control
top.
all of
no,
them.
Cyborg has to learn to break his limits and all all that stuff. So anyway,
What's her magic words? What is she?
Azeroth, Metreon, and Synthos.
Yes, dude.
Which I know because I just did all the stories for the kids. And Eleanor will say Azeroth, Metreon, and Synthos while
Terrifying.
playing with Jack. Like
Before she beats your ass.
she loves.
Before Jack slams the character.
We'll talk about her favorite character later, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Raven.
Well, we're actually going to talk about hers right now.
That's so Raven.
There really is no future in that.
All right, Matthew.
Yeah,
So the natural foil. To
that's
Raven,
also about determinism, though. That's so Raven is also about determinism.
No, it
the natural
absolutely is.
foil of Raven, of course, not Raven, because the opposite of Raven would just be not Raven. But my favorite.
The
character,
White Road Raven.
And yeah,
That
that
one's
is pretty
dope.
cool. That's like
That's dope as
Isn't
hell.
there
That's
some like
like-
goofy ones?
This is like Fierce Deity Link. When you put on the white clothes, you're just so fresh.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
something.
doesn't she like gain healing abilities? I think when she becomes
Yeah.
She has healing abilities in the new series as
I
well.
was going to say she's like Gandalf the White.
Exactly.
Literally reborn.
Yeah.
There's always gotta cloak them in white when they come back.
Mm.
Anyway, the best character, Starfire.
Why?
He's gonna stop there.
Just really good character. Coriander.
She's got the word star and fire in her name, so
Yeah.
you know.
Is
Two,
this
two of
you-
the coolest things.
Isn't she an alien though? She's from a different
She
planet.
is an alien.
Yeah.
What the hell is she doing on Earth?
She fled her home planet.
She fled
Go ahead.
enslavement in her home planet.
Oh, okay.
What was she gonna be enslaved? I
She
thought-
was enslaved by her
Oh,
sister.
her sister. I thought she was next in line.
Oh
though.
yeah,
her
there's
sister
was
like
like
took
later
her
on. There's an episode with her sister,
and was gonna marry her to some gross ass
and
alien.
she's trying to like flirt with Robin the whole episode. I saw that recently.
Oh, her
She was
sister.
enslaved.
What's her sister's name? Something Fire.
It's probably like black
Dark Fire.
Yeah,
Dark Fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just
I'm
like
not even joking.
it's like
No, it really
a
is.
purple evil version of her.
Stronger
Yeah.
because you know.
If you're evil,
Well,
you're
you're,
you're evil,
uninhibited.
you're
You're uninhibited. Yeah, you'll go to any lengths to
Yeah.
succeed.
No, but it actually, in many ways, I think Starfire is like the foil to Raven. They're very similar in a lot of
Oh,
ways, but
yes.
they bounce off each other.
One of my favorite episodes is when they switch. They have that like soul switch. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a
It's a puppet episode.
what do you call it?
Oh, the puppeteer.
Fucking Friday.
The dude is so
Yeah,
weird.
Freaky
He's
Friday.
like-
There's a puppeteer and
Did you
it,
say fucking Friday?
Yeah.
he takes their
that's the
soul.
porn
Oh, that's the
parody.
different version.
He takes their souls and puts them in puppets, but something happens with Raven and Starfire, and they end up just switching bodies.
Yeah,
Everyone else
that's
gets
right.
taken, and so they have to learn. They don't really like each other, but they have to learn how to use each other's powers, and their powers are very different from each other. Like, what Starfire relies on her emotions to fuel her powers, and Raven has to control her emotions, or else it'll fucking go crazy. So,
there's a lot of learning
I
in
love
Teen
that.
Titans about each other.
Yeah, there really is.
Because they're teens.
Good series.
Yeah. And this was this animated by the same people who did Justice League Unlimited and all that stuff? Because the style is very similar, is it not? It may not be the same people.
It's a little different.
Stylistically, it's very similar in my
I
opinion.
don't know. It reminds me more of like anime.
Yeah.
Does it? Maybe I'm thinking of Young Justice, because Young Justice is basically just Justice League Unlimited.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that's similar.
but I mean, these characters, I think all the ones we selected appear in basically every iterations of the Titans lineup.
Starfire's sister is Blackfire.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Badass.
Yeah, I literally, I was like, Blackfire.
Blackfire.
What's her name?
Yeah.
It's something very similar to Coriander, but it's like
Oh man, I missed the opportunity.
I think it's like
I was
Coriander.
gonna say
or something like
it's African American fire. Actually, is what it says right
She
here.
was a little more.
It's pretty fucked up. It's fucked up. I don't like it. I wish it wasn't that. But
She was a little more bad than Starfire.
She fine?
Yeah.
Dang.
No.
I mean, she just looks like Starfire with purple hair.
When
that.
I
Yeah,
was
so
a,
worse in every
Ooh,
way.
no,
When I was
dark hair?
Do y'all want to talk about
dark hair, I like
Matt?
dark hair.
Oh yeah.
So why did Matt really pick Starfire?
He likes redheads.
He only likes redheads.
Okay, look, hear me out.
It's weird, but
Yes, but also that's not. It's a very small aspect of the character.
But if she had black
But
hair,
that's
wouldn't
why
it?
you chose.
I would not have selected her. She had like.
God damn it.
And I really like Beast Boy a lot too.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna
He's
point
gonna be
out.
an honorable mention.
I was
but
gonna point
love
out.
Beast Boy.
None of us have mentioned Beast Boy at all yet.
Well, he'll be.
No, I like
mention
Beast
him.
Boy a
He's
lot.
not one of our
But
picks. but
that's
we'll
the thing.
mention
I feel like he's everyone's
Second favorite character.
side character.
he's just
him.
like
That sucks for him though.
Why?
God,
But
he's
that-
also
because-
He also gets sidelined in the fight.
It's because it's comedic relief.
No, he's like goofy.
But also,
and
he doesn't get the girl too. Like it's like.
Well,
you
he
know,
does
like-
get the girl, but she gets turned to fucking.
But she,
stone.
yeah, she's.
he
a villain.
eventually gets Raven.
He does. Him and Raven have a relationship, don't they?
Yeah, later on.
Yeah.
There's an episode where
Where they do what?
The Smash?
that might have been a different website
Shit,
or
what
show.
the fuck?
Anyways,
He turns into a dog and.
but Beast Boy is really
Yeah, no.
cool.
Beast Boy is very funny, but yeah, I feel like he's.
Even Cyborg too. They're like a little duo.
Oh, no, they're best
Oh yeah,
friends.
no, they're
They're best
homies,
friends.
and
Oh,
that's
Cyborg
a
and
cool
Beast Boy?
yeah,
relationship.
they're literally
Yeah.
they always play in the Xbox
video
together.
games.
Which is neat
Yeah.
also because they are, machine and animal.
And yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nature,
Absolutely.
basically.
The show does. I mean, I wonder how well a comic is because I never read the comics. I just kind of read plot synopsis. But I wonder how good it is at this because a lot of cool like.
It's a lot more serious.
But it's a lot of. Oh no, for sure it's serious. But like a lot of like bouncing off of like the characters' opposites stuff like that and theme. There's a lot of themes going on throughout. Yeah.
Also in the
natural
comics, the
diversity.
roster like fluctuates a
different.
lot
Oh, yeah.
more. So
It's. I heard it's like revolving door.
there's also a lot more powerful. Like the ones they always have are like Nightwing, for
like,
sure. Starfire's usually.
What's the Wonder Woman? I mean, they just Diana
Donna Troy?
Donna Troy. They just call her Donna Troy, right? They don't even
Wonder?
call her
Well,
Wonder.
it's just like Wonder Girl, and
Wonder
then she
Girl.
has like other different.
Yeah, well, it's
Superboy?
kind of, like in Young Justice, you get to see all of them.
yeah.
Superboy.
Superboy, Miss Martian.
Miss Martian,
Dove and Hawk and Dove.
Hawk and Dove are in them. Also.
And I think Dove dies or something. She's also a
in
character
Titans,
that dies.
she dies, and then I think she gets resurrected. Not even joking.
Mm-hmm.
But in Titans, they're just adults.
Isn't
in-
there
in the live
literally,
action series.
There's like a counter character for every like villain.
Isn't there an episode where they fight the nega versions of themselves?
No,
Am I
that's what I'm
missing-
saying,
sure.
right?
I
No,
guess.
then they look identical to
Yes,
each other.
Yeah.
yes. It's the Trigon one.
Yeah.
Whenever they're trying to, so Trigon succeeds.
Yeah, he comes back.
He turns Earth into a hellscape, which I wanted to talk more about Raven.
He
but I'm
uses
kind of-
their
Well, so
tower
yeah.
as a throne, which is so dope.
Yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh, he's a big dude.
Yeah,
He's huge.
Do you think the guy works out in hell, or like
It
he's
says,
just natty?
It says Deathstroke was.
that's natty.
It says Deathstroke was trained by Captain Adeline Kane.
I don't know who
Sure.
the hell that is.
American track from here.
He met Captain Adeline Kane, who was tasked with training young soldiers in new fighting techniques.
Mm.
And troubles in taking place in Vietnam.
Okay. I believe that.
Yeah, so he's just a soldier who got like a super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Can he beat Cap?
If they ever fought each other,
I
probably
heard
not.
that the actor
he
Anthony
does-
Mackie is like a dick.
Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
He seems. I mean, in interviews he seems cool, but who knows?
I'm in
He's
Steve
show.
Rogers, so could he beat Steve Rogers?
Well, not. He's not Captain America anymore.
No.
Anthony Mackie. Is.
Well, he's on the moon. So how would he get to him?
But yeah, Raven. She believes that there's no way to stop it, and she I think she allows herself to like become the key or the portal.
The
or whatever.
conduit, yeah.
But she doesn't want her friends to fight for her and stuff like that. And I think that's why she also keeps people at arm's length because she knows what she is and she thinks that no one should trust her or be near her or anything.
To be
because
fair, I'm also a student of determinism, so.
yeah, Oh yeah.
I mean, are you not?
No.
Everything is the way it is for the way it is.
Well, you could also say it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is true though.
So.
And what it is what it is.
Yeah. But then they, despite the world turning into a hellscape, she saves them. I can't remember how she saves them, but she protects them somehow. And then they, end up going into like the depths of hell to find her and bring her back in order to defeat her father. But Trigon, he summons nega versions of all of them, and everyone except I think Robin is the one who's going after her.
Is Negachin actually the best nega? Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents of Crimson Chin.
Yeah,
exactly. What I'm saying is that the best iteration.
Nega, yeah.
I like Nega Scott.
Nega Scott is always good. Nega Scott.
Nega Scott, Nega Chin.
They're just homies.
Nega versions are hilarious. Shadow Link from Ocarina of Time. It's an overused trope, but it's cool. I like it every time they do alternate universe. You have to fight yourself, but the shadowy.
I would like to fight myself. A evil version of myself? No.
I would get my shit busted.
I know I could be better, and the evil version of myself would be better.
Oh my god.
So
we'd be condemned to a hellscape if it were up to the four of us. We would not be able to.
Yeah, but they're just distracting Trigon. They're the Gandalf and all of them over on the fields of Pelennor. Is that the
yeah.
Fuck yeah, I know my.
And she has the powers of those three gods or whatever on her side, right?
Who does?
Raven.
Doesn't Raven have
But Robin is going to get Raven.
But her power.
Robin and who? Slade.
What about Slade?
Robin and Slade are going to get Raven.
Oh, you know what?
Because Slade gets brought back from hell by Trigon to help him because he needs an avatar on Earth.
Yeah.
And he gives Slade life, and Slade is going and doing his bidding. But then he casts Slade aside whenever the world turns to hell, and Slade is like, "Fuck you! I'm going to get my revenge." So he helps Robin. Him and Robin go and find Raven and bring her back. And Slade knows the way because he's been there before.
Literally insane superhero team up.
Yeah.
I don't even think Slade's necessarily a bad guy.
Slade helps save the world.
No, he's just doing his job.
He helps save the world.
He's just an assassin for hire, basically.
Yeah, there's nothing bad about
He
it.
just needs his paycheck.
What if he was
killing
hired
for money? Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
I mean, no. If he was working for the U.S. government, he would just be what, like U.S.
Oh,
agent?
then he'd be considered a hero.
Or Captain America.
Yeah, he'd be like a Navy SEAL.
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm saying is, just because you're a bad guy doesn't make you a bad
Murder
guy.
is okay if it's for the right person.
Correct. That's
what
what
we're
I'm trying
saying
to say.
here on
It's
this
true.
podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's just true. We don't mind if we murder bad guys.
My other favorite episode with Raven is the one where she is meditating or whatever, and she's gone into her
I've seen this.
into her mind realm or whatever. And Beast Boy, I think, and Cyborg. I don't know if all of them end up going in there, but I think Beast Boy and Cyborg for sure end up going into her mind realm.
Yeah.
And they experience all these different reasons, and that's when they first see Trigon for the first time, and it's hinted at that he's going to be there. But I love that episode. I always have. They see the pink Raven and the
That's
white
exactly
Raven,
what
all
I've been
them.
talking about.
And they see that there's different parts to Raven. She's always secluding herself from them, but they kind of understand more about her.
It's crazy how you can just fragment your mind like that.
There's
it's
like
the
a
Hulk.
goofy
That's
version.
what I'm saying. She's going through
sad
so
version.
much. I think that she has a lot more to tangle with than the other Titans. I feel like the other Titans are more. I mean, they've got less problems. They're fighting crime, so that's obviously a problem. But she's got that, and also on top of that, she knows that she's the key to the devil. Basically Trigon coming to Earth. It's pretty intense.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then they're always dogging her because she's not smiling and shit. But it's yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Why would you? Yeah, it's fucked up on their part.
Well, also just telling anybody to smile more. Upon reflection, we decided
Beast
that was
Boy-
not good as a society.
Well, Beast Boy, I think he's not being chauvinist. I think Beast Boy, his one of his skills is that he can make people smile, and the
One
fact
of his superpowers?
the fact that he can't make her smile, it irks him, and so he wants to get her attention.
It's irksome.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he wants to get her attention, and that's why he keeps going after her. That's the quality of Beast Boy. We can talk about Beast Boy.
So you're saying all of the Titans have personal struggles they have to overcome, but hers is just of a greater
Hers are-
magnitude?
Yeah, hers are so insane.
So
And
magnitude is
and she
really
also
bad.
tries to carry it on her own, which others do that too.
They all do that.
They all do that too, but to a lesser extent, yeah. But she can't tell them that she's the Antichrist.
Where
Why?
the fuck is Beast Boy from?
If I were the Antichrist, I would
Boy?
tell you guys.
Yeah, where is he from?
He's a rich child who was experimented on, I think, and that's how he became Beast Boy. When I was looking at I did research.
Sure.
And in my research, I think I saw that he
Why
was
they too?
Yeah, he's the son of a wealthy family. He's got money.
Really?
Yeah. And
Does he have more money than
Robin?
Robin?
I don't know. Is Robin bankrolled by Batman?
I think that all of the
Obviously.
Teen Titans Tower is funded by Batman,
Yeah.
which makes sense, right?
Probably.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's a problem with fucking billionaires anyway.
Well, I mean, it's like having a basketball camp, like Michael Jordan having a basketball camp. Like you're just investing in the youth, like trying to bring them up.
Trying to bring them up. Okay.
Yeah.
But just those 5.
Yeah.
As long as they're led by your protege.
We don't have to wait till honorable mentions. We can talk about Beast Boy.
What about him?
What about him?
What's your favorite form of Beast Boy? I like when he turns into an elephant.
He's like the glue. He's the glue because he's so charismatic and he's funny and he wants everyone to get along.
Yeah.
When Raven is secluded, he wants to pull her back in, and when Robin's too hot-headed, he's like, "Chill, dude," and like, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of pulling everyone back together.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is he the common
I think it's
thread
funny.
that connects everybody?
He never like does anything too beneficial for the fighting
I love his powers.
What are you talking about? He turns into an elephant or a tiger.
I mean, like,
Also,
he'll
that-
do something, but then he'll just get, like, pushed to the side.
Had he not formed a relationship with Tara, that Tara storyline would have ended differently. The Judas contract. I think she ends up helping save them, not just because Slade fucks her over, but also because she has this relationship with Beast.
You're talking about it's a real Sound of Music situation.
Because she didn't believe, exactly. She didn't believe that any of them really liked her. She didn't really like any of them, but she did believe Beast Boy liked her. And he made her believe in him.
They all have unrealistically large hands. I know this is.
I think you're right.
Their hands are like fucking
That's
huge.
just the animation style.
Their hands literally are
I feel like
like
they also have big eyes.
yeah. No, absolutely.
No, do they?
Oh, absolutely. Robin's eyes are at least 3/4 of his head.
Oh, yeah.
The mask, it's like...
Okay, can we talk about Robin, though?
Yeah.
I think Robin's dope.
Robin's cool.
He's-
I like this depiction of
Yeah.
Robin. It's a little more
He's an
carefree.
anti-masker.
Who?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I was just trying to shoot a hole.
He definitely wears a mask.
He does wear a mask.
He's
on
the-
his eyes.
I think he's the only one of them who wears a mask.
He's always, like, excluded in his room, like, working on some shit, some plans.
He also is the only one who has to like actively work on his fighting techniques and like upkeep of his...
That's the thing. Yeah.
It
doesn't
sucks
have
so
just-
bad. He has to work out every day and the rest of them just fucking
Yeah, he's
shit.
always hitting, like, a heavy bag and shit.
Yeah.
And
Like
they
we've
just-
obviously talked about Batman, and he can keep up with other superheroes because
Just give him time.
Insanely
he's
talented.
a
Insanely
genius.
smart, yeah.
I mean, Robin is smart and a skilled fighter, but I mean, obviously not on like Batman's level. So he just has to work insanely hard.
Dick
to be
Grayson
good.
has the greatest acrobatic ability of any of
Oh
the
yeah,
non-superheroes.
wasn't he in a circus or
He
something?
was like, he's
Yeah.
literally a trapeze artist. Flying Grayson.
Defying Grayson.
Well, no, that's the only thing they ever mention about him. He's like, he has unprecedented acrobatic ability. What does that fucking mean? Doesn't mean
His
anything.
dex is 20. Dude.
I like his
20 decks,
staff.
okay, cool.
That's pretty
He does
good.
have the bow staff.
Yeah,
Staff.
No, staff fighting is
Staff.
always cool.
And he does bankroll, which is worth a lot. Really.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want to be on your team. Oh, you're going to pay? Okay, we'll be on, you be on our team.
Batman's going to pay in that
Yeah.
case, yes.
But
He's the kid that's buying everyone's like movie tickets or something.
He's
like that.
also-
We're
But
friends
they,
with
they
you.
genuinely like him.
because he was raised by Batman, he is like the only one I think
He's
with
more.
He's the only hero.
with adult
Yeah.
maturity. Also,
He's-
like sometimes he's too serious, but
That's why he's the leader.
he
though.
feels like he has to be
Yeah.
to keep everyone in line.
He might be more focused on justice while they're kind of got their own shit. they're
Goofy
dealing
shit.
with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's the only one trained to be a superhero.
Yeah, you know,
Exactly.
they don't
The rest of
really
them are just
go-
people.
I did have to study and find Beast Boy's background, but now that I think about it, they don't really tell you much about his background in the
They
show.
go into it a
But
little
they go
bit
into
in,
everyone else's, though.
And a little bit in Titans, they talk about him.
Mhm.
They
In-
get him from Doom Patrol.
In Young
Doom
Justice,
Patrol.
in Young Justice, he can only transform into like one thing. Right?
Yeah, he's a bitch.
One thing only? For real?
Is it Young Justice where Miss Martian is like raising Beast Boy or something?
Yeah, something like that.
She like
He can only transform into one thing. Why?
or is that
Why is there a
Titans where he can only transform into
In
one?
Titans, he can only turn into a tiger.
Yeah, okay.
Because the CGI is like way too expensive.
Oh, yeah,
and
I've
very
heard
low
that.
budget. Yeah.
They made him a snake, I heard, in season 2. They did like a little short
I just
snake scene.
I couldn't watch it because it was just so not good.
I thought you had watched it. I don't know why.
I watched all of season 1. I decided, you know what? This isn't great.
Also,
grown
Matt
as
Matt
much-
rarely gives up on bad shows. So
I
this
rarely
is
give
saying
up.
something.
It was so like the acting was
Yeah.
a bit. I mean, I don't want to say it's abysmal. I've seen worse.
Like what?
Abysmal.
It was
Sharknado?
pretty bad. The
They're doing
casting.
a season 3.
I thought the casting was very
They're doing a season
mediocre.
3.
I mean,
And it's pretty edgy, right?
it's too edgy, man. Everybody's
Fuck
just
Batman.
Everybody, yeah, literally, fuck Batman. Everybody's got a fucking chip on their shoulder. Like relax, man. Like, it's gonna be okay. And then they have not only is
That's
Dick
where
Grayson.
DC's going. DC's all edge.
Yeah.
It's all
I mean, they have
edge.
to find their niche. I'm fine with that. The thing is, it worked for. The thing is, it worked for the Nolan trilogy. So they're like, oh, this is our thing.
Yeah,
now.
we're going all
We're
in.
fucking going all in.
Sorry to interrupt the show, folks. This is Jonathan here, just saying that I hope you're enjoying our episode. Not our best recording quality because it's one of our first ones back in full person since the pandemic started. But I hope you're enjoying Teen Titans. It's one of our favorite shows when we were kids and really cool series. After this episode, we'll take a month off for the holidays, and we'll be back again in late January with Bob's Burgers and The Boys and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And we hope to record a few other episodes too. So subscribe to the podcast, follow us on social media at YFCS Pod, and stay tuned to the end of the episode so you can hear who we select as the best Teen Titans character. You can talk more about Slade too, by the way. I mean, you want to try to do some more?
He's like the
He
better
can,
Robin,
make,
right?
fucking clones of himself, bro.
Robots, right?
Yeah,
robots?
that's it. Is so dope. He had
Does
literal
he do
robots.
that though? Is he the guy who builds the bots?
Yeah, I don't know how he gets that.
But he it just seems like him, and then they'll rip his face off, and
It's
just
like Dr.
a
Doom.
TV, it's a TV
Yes.
screen. It's
It's the
good job.
Naraku.
Yeah, every time you think you got him,
Yeah.
it's a log. Essentially.
it's a log.
It's a
He's
log.
just very deceptive, and you never really see him. He's always in the shadows in the show. You just will see the half of the orange side, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting back.
Also, he's just randomly a martial artist that can take on the entire Teen Titans at once.
He's literally
yes.
better
Oh,
than
he's
Robin.
insanely
He beats
talented.
them all the time.
Yes.
He's just overpowers them.
because he's a grown man and they're kids.
Super Soldier.
What does a grown man have to do? This
Azeroth Metronome Central.
he literally just ripped these people apart with their
He
fucking.
doesn't even break a sweat either.
Dude, that guy is very powerful.
Yeah,
It's
he's
insane.
dope.
It doesn't make. He just has swords.
Yeah.
His power is he's got swords and he's got.
Which is also cool, though. I love
You like the swords more than the bow staff? So you're a Leonardo
both.
fan. You're not a
I mean,
Donatello
also,
I love
fan.
doesn't he just have guns as well?
He also has guns.
Does Slade have the super serum?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you think he could be Cap?
That's what I was asking.
He
think
could not be
could.
Captain America. You
I
know
think
why?
He could.
Because Captain America 1 has the shield.
Well, literally-
the shield is better than any sword.
In the actual,
The shield is OP.
In the
is.
actual comic book and the movie version of what's the fuck Judas Contract, he fucking takes out all the team. Well, in the movie and the comic books, he takes them out one by one. It's almost like the Batman contingency plan thing, Bran.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows where all of them are going to be, and he targets their weaknesses, and he fucking you think he kills all of them, but he actually captures them for this brother blood plot where they're going to
Yeah.
suck their powers.
Yeah.
away. And he goes to take on Nightwing. Robin is Nightwing at this point.
Yeah.
And he knows he cannot fight him because he knows he's a super soldier. And he comes to his apartment, he knows where he lives in pedestrian clothing and shit. Robin is, and Dick Grayson, I'll say, and Dick Grayson backs up to the window, and I think Slade shoots at him or something, and he dives back out of the window and
Unparalleled acrobatic skill.
and yeah, but he does I think he takes a bullet, but he knows he has to get out of the window because he cannot fight him in a closed space without his suit and his weapons and stuff like that. And
Even with the suit and his
friends.
weapons,
Yeah.
he could not defeat Desert.
So he drops down he finds grabs onto a pole or whatever, drops down 2 stories and takes off running and blends in with a bunch of pedestrians. Otherwise, Slade would have had him. But
The brother blood plot is a major arc for Cyborg too, right? Isn't that when he founds or leads that other team?
You talking about that yellow shit, and he kind of turns evil for a little bit? Cyborg.
oh, you're just about Hive, right?
I'm talking
Yeah.
about when he has to he has to lead that other team.
Hive is related to the
Hive,
Yeah. with
Brother Blood stuff, is not?
Yes.
Yeah, was he trying to infiltrate,
Yes.
but then ends up actually wanting to lead them?
I can't remember, something like that. Yeah,
I know. It's like a yellowish room, right?
Yeah, it's just like knockoff Titans.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They look like they're just like them.
he goes and meets Jinx and all those other villains.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
the pink-haired girl or whatever?
Yeah, and I think he endears himself to her.
But then, he's supposed to leave them, but then he gets defensive when they try to call him back, and he's like, "No, I'm actually appreciated here. I want to stay and lead this team."
Yeah, because he feels like he's a second.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Titans.
Whereas here, he's the most senior member.
Is this teenage angst stuff?
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
But then eventually, at some point, they have to realize they all work better together, right?
Yeah, it's all part of the teen learning process.
That's when they become the Titans, or Titans,
Yeah.
or Young Justice, or whatever.
The final season is pretty dope too because they start going all around the world. They separate and they go around the world and recruiting Titans all over. It becomes an international Titans
Is this in the original series?
in the cartoon series. Yeah.
I've never
I
seen
don't
it.
remember
I
that.
don't remember that shit at all.
Yeah, they go the final season plot. You would think it would be Trigon, that would be the final season plot or something, but no. The final season plot is a Hive plot. I think it's a Brother Blood or Hive plot. And God, who is it? There's some central figure that's really powerful, but I'd have to look it up.
It's
but-
Sinestro.
But also, didn't the show get canceled before actually concluding?
I want to say yes, right? I feel like
Because I thought they wanted it to keep going, and
They probably
instead they did Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, they've recruited people from all over the world in that final season, and they need heroes from all over the world to come and help defeat the Hive or whatever.
But teenage heroes.
Yes.
Okay.
So like it's like Mosky Minos. They're like these two.
Yeah, they're part of that team.
Yeah, and
Cyborg.
oh, okay. Yeah, they end up joining to help, so they weren't Hive, I guess. And then like what the Aqualad or something like that, like people from all over. And Robin doesn't like Aqualad.
Aqualad's cool in Young Justice.
They're jealous. He's jealous of Aqualad.
Because he actually has like water magic.
Oh yeah, the dude with the black
He's
hair.
just a sorcerer, literally.
He's like just some douchebag teenager.
Oh yeah, in Teen Titans, yeah.
In Teen Titans.
Yeah, Robin hates him.
Yeah, no, he does.
He's like
He's
animated
extremely
differently for
jealous.
us of them. He looks like a normal human.
Yeah.
What's his name?
That guy's like a Giga Chad in Teen Titans.
No, he's
for
such
sure.
a douche. He always flexes on Starfire.
I mean, it is what it
the
is.
Russian guy who's like radiated read something. Yeah, people from all over the world.
Yeah, they got to get mad.
Every Russian character's always read something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is kind of fucked when you think about it.
We can't get past Soviet Russia.
Well,
We can't today. Yeah.
Isn't there like a alternate timeline where Superman lands instead of Russia?
Yes.
No.
Red Superman.
I like that though. That's interesting. No one else thinks so.
We like regular Superman.
I wonder how it would be if Superman had different political values.
Just watch Invincible.
Chinese Superman.
Yeah, go look at Omni Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you
I'll
watch
check it
that
out.
shit?
I haven't watched it yet.
It's
Think, John,
very
think.
good.
It's good.
I'll check it out, of course.
It's good.
But yeah, the final episode of Teen Titans, I believe. I think you are right. It didn't seem like it was like a final episode.
Yeah, it
The
felt like
final
there wanted to be
episode
more.
was-
Because
was the Terra one, right?
I think they expected
You know what
more
I'm talking
episodes.
Was that the final episode? Where...
There's a final episode where Terra is alive again. She's not a statue. The statue's missing. Beast Boy goes and
Oh,
visits,
you know what? Yeah, you're right.
and she's like a normal girl. And like he sees her and he's like, Terra, and she's like, who the hell are you? And he like tries to remind her of who she is, and she gets like scared and runs away and stuff. And
Makes sense also.
and Beast Boy in the end kind of decides like, he thinks that she's Terra, but she is convinced that she's not, and he's like, whatever,
I'm sure it's part of a devious
Let-
plot by like Cadmus Labs or Hive. Or
Yeah,
one of their many.
He's like,
Or
it's
what's
better.
it, Waller.
Yeah.
Amanda Waller. He's like, it's better that she just don't know and live a normal life. Like,
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
fine. So he just lets her do it. And,
Being a superhero is a fucking burden.
Eleanor was very sad by that. She was like, "What? Why?" Like she wanted her to remember.
Oh, yeah,
So
what
he
Needed
just
some
let
sort of
Terra.
catharsis, yeah.
Whenever I told,
Speaking of, why don't you tell us what Ellie said?
because it would help somebody else at this table.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. She said that she likes Starfire the most.
Why is that?
She said, I like Starfire the best because Starfire is a princess, and I like princesses.
She is, in fact, a princess.
royalty.
Tamaranian princess.
That's huge.
And then she said, I also like her because she's an alien, and aliens.
That's also very important.
Let me quote Eleanor. I like her because she's an alien, and aliens are out of this world. I swear to God, she said no.
But she is correct.
On the phone. I
No,
swear to God.
that's good. Okay, that's good.
When she said that, I was like, oh
She
my
was
God,
probably
it's
so fucking proud of that shit.
It's amazing. No, she said it like nonchalant.
Just
like,
deadpan, yeah.
Aliens are out of this world.
Yeah, so I like her because she's an alien.
I'm just like, oh my God, that's amazing.
And what other reasons? Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, she's
Well, both those things resonate with me.
Yeah. That's all you need.
So here's why Starfire is excellent.
aliens are out of this world.
Well, those two things are cool. She has an interesting backstory.
Tamaranian, yeah.
All that stuff's cool. But the reason I kind of like Starfire in the Teen Titans original cartoon is because I hate it when they do, and there was a little bit of this too, where they just whitewash aliens. It's the same thing I complain about in Dungeons & Dragons when people just play like elves, but elves are they just play them like humans, or like dwarves like humans.
Yeah.
Like I hate it when they just make like Superman. I get that he is an alien, and the reason why he appears to be human is because he was raised by humans, but there's not as much aspect of his like alien stuff that's not important to his character.
Yeah.
It is in the sense that that's where his power and stuff. But for Starfire, I feel like the alienness is like a huge part
Yeah.
of who she is
She's
as a
constantly-
character. Always like, what is this new thing on Earth?
Yeah,
Like
she's
this
a
and
fish
that.
out of
Oh,
water.
her very like naive personality.
She's the fish
Yeah.
out of water character, which that's a lot of comic relief too. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
Her mistaking things or not
Yeah.
understanding what's going on.
But it's supposed to be like, cute and like girly
Yeah.
and things like that. And I don't know. I think she's a really good foil to all of the like more serious characters and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Because she doesn't understand
She
why
doesn't
they're
understand
so like
morose or
yeah.
exactly things like that. And yeah, I think that's really important because I think a lot of the new Justice League
She's
stuff
very earnest.
is missing that kind of stuff
Yeah.
where like there's no like alien presences anymore. And I think those are the coolest parts of the Justice League. Like, where is the Martian Manhunter? Like, he
Yeah.
has a cameo in the Snyder Cut twice
Oh yeah.
where they show up. I'm like, I need characters that are not just humans.
Yeah.
Like, I get that Wonder Woman is an Amazon
Yeah.
or she's a human.
Yeah.
She's just a human that's
That
super.
first movie's good. That's a fish out of water movie too.
That's what I'm saying. I like that. So
Yeah.
I like the part where they take a character they're unaware of all the stuff, like, but they also have pressures that are put upon them by that society that they don't understand, which is like to be a superhero and stuff like that. And she's also seeking refuge because she's technically a refugee from a different planet and stuff like that. So she may be a princess or was next in line, but she's also like trying to escape like enslavement and things of that sort. And so she has to find, I don't know, there's pressure on her to make, powerful friends to escape all that stuff. But then when it comes time to battle her sister, it has to be, of course, her being able to best her herself, which is kind of cool. But I think that between her, who is my favorite character, and then Raven, who's also one of my other favorite characters, they're like very similar characters in many ways, but they're just the opposite points of each other. But there are certain things that I like more about Starfire than Raven.
Like what, though?
I just like the aesthetic and
The
like,
red hair.
It's cool. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's just the. I mean, I think that her personality is much more interesting because I don't know. It's much more, unique.
Dude, that episode where she like gets fucking weirdly ugly. Y'all don't remember that episode? Yeah, Starfire just gets like very fucked up and she's like really sad about it.
I am very interested in seeing that, but I don't
I think I
remember.
know what you're talking about, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she just gets
What
like,
happens?
really upset.
That's one of the like teenage issue episodes. Like,
Yeah.
It's like getting acne.
she
or
starts like
something.
mutating.
yes,
And they're
And
like,
it's
what is
because,
wrong
Because
with
she's
you?
an alien.
What is it because of? Do you remember?
I honestly don't, but I just remember she's like freaking out and they're trying to figure out
she's
what's wrong with her.
transforming.
Yeah.
And it's because of something like puberty kind
Some
of
sort of
thing.
physiology
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know what
we're
you're talking
teens
about.
type thing. Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I don't really care about that stuff.
God, I want to know why, though, because you're right. But no, but that's cool. I mean,
Yeah, but that's the thing is I like the alienness of the character and stuff like that. But she does manage to eventually integrate, right?
yeah.
Which is cool, and she's got cool powers. She's got
The thing is like, I'm the Raven. Obviously, that's why I picked Raven. But there are, the
Don't
emo,
ever say
like,
stuff like
ones
that. I do not like that.
I'm the Raven of the group.
I'm the Raven, guys.
I'm the Raven.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm Hufflepuff, yeah.
I'm a
No,
Gryffindor,
but whenever I first went to every job that I've been to, the person who's like overly nice and positive, time and time again, was always like the snake in the grass, like fucking spreading rumors and shit like that, and like they talk to you to get to know you, but then they would go and like stab you in the back, like suck up to the boss. And that
That's
kind
how
of
it goes.
Fucking hate that shit, right?
Uh-huh.
But then I actually met somebody when I first started teaching, and she was like a ray of sunshine, and I was like very turned off by it because I was like, okay, she's that person. But then time and time again, she kept proving to me that she was just a fucking ray of sunshine, like literally just honest and earnest and always kind and like, very like motherly and very, just a great fucking person and never backstabbed, never did anything wrong. 4 years that I knew her just was always that. And once you see that, like she became my best friend, and I would never associate with a person like that at any job because I was always turned off by that. I was like, oh, okay, you're that person. Okay, I'm not going to trust you.
Fucking
Fuck
rats.
you. Yeah,
exactly.
But no, she was very, she was it. And so I think Starfire, like, when you first meet her and she's got that earnest niceness to her, it's like turns you off a little bit. But then when you realize that that's not an act, like she is earnest. She is who she is. Then you can't help but to like her.
Yeah.
She's just being who she is.
Yeah, she's a very cool, likable character.
Yeah.
She's got cool powers. She's very strong. And like I said, she has the alien thing going for her, which is like kind of the, it's like the one shtick, but I mean, they all have something very similar to that, so it is what it is.
But I think that's cool because
Yeah.
it makes the group, like, everybody has their own unique thing, and it helps you. It's kind of like the Futurama thing we talked about, how, like, each character helps you explore a different part of the universe, you know what I mean? Like, Bender helps us see the robot world, and, fucking...
Leela shows us the mutants.
Yes,
the
and-
humans. Yeah.
Fry is the 2000s.
Link to the Past,
He's
yeah.
the Link to the Past. And then, fucking, what's the dude? The bureaucrat guy.
Hermes.
Hermes shows us the bureaucrat world.
Hermes Connor is
There's a
so
fucking
fucking
bureaucrat.
good.
So absurdly mundane.
I love Hermes, bro.
Yes.
He's literally just a parody of like fucking bureaucracy and capitalism.
What
This is
about
such a
Zoidberg?
fucking
Y'all didn't
parody.
mention him. But
Zoidberg shows us the, like...
That looks like
Zoidberg's
some
another alien.
Fooly Cooley shit.
Yeah.
no,
It's-
it just
it's
starts.
absurd.
It gets even worse.
It gets
though.
worse.
The animation style is very like almost a cross between anime and American.
Yeah, right.
Right. You're right.
There's some anime moments where their eyes like do the animation.
Exactly.
It was a lot.
Yeah, but Starfire isn't in Young Justice, is she? She's not a part of the main roster. She's
that
replaced
her?
by basically Miss Martian.
literally turns into
Very
a monster,
similar role, right?
Yeah.
No, that's not her. That's something
But I
else.
think I like Starfire more than Miss Martian.
She gets like captured or some shit.
She has to form a chrysalis, Starfire does. Like, she starts to transform and she has to, like, make a chrysalis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's some weird shit. They also get a little worm friend on an episode, and
Oh, the little grub dude?
yes,
Yeah. I know what
don't
you're
remember
talking
what his
about.
name is,
I don't
but
know.
in Teen Titans Go, he's their pet. Like the entire series. He's only on one episode on Teen Titans.
Yeah.
But yeah, Teen Titans Go.
But they like
forever.
that, yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I like the aliens. As much as I advocate for humans, like a lot of the times, because I love humans in a lot of the stuff, I think Robin does make my top 3 of characters. Just in
Dick
general.
Grayson.
Dick Grayson. Well, all the Robins are so awesome.
In the movies, the Judas thing and Trigon, you know, the Robin is Damian Wayne's, and that's pretty cool too.
I like Damian Wayne also. I like all the Robins, to be honest.
It's cool because he's a fucking killer.
He's literally he's also mini
but
Bruce Wayne in terms of like intelligence.
He's
and,
a child who has murdered people. Though.
Yeah, he was trained by League of Assassins.
That's what I'm saying. So he's got a very different disposition and understanding of combat and all that stuff.
But the thing is, he's also very much about the hierarchy. So whenever he's under Batman, he will follow Batman's orders
Yes.
like to the T, because that's one. It is his father.
But he's the leader of the Teen Titans, and he also considers himself, you know, like he doesn't want to take anybody's shit.
But the thing is, he will accept orders from Dick Grayson because he's his senior or whatever. So he's respectful of the hierarchy, but he also will kill people.
Another point about Raven is that she was one of the first to like smell out Terra.
Terra, yeah.
She was the first to like sniff
Which makes
her out.
sense because she is very in tune with like emotions and things of that sort.
And I think, like I said, all of the Titans get kind of they get got in these different ways and captured. And Raven, I think, catches Terra, and like the thing has to start like right away because she catches her, and like Terra ends up beating her somehow. Or
Terra's like incredibly powerful. Isn't that one of the things that's it's
Yeah.
hard for her to control her powers and she has to like make earthquakes?
And Xehanort
Yes.
sees that in him.
yeah, Terra.
Oh,
We're on a Kingdom Hearts
wrong
episode.
podcast,
Yeah, wrong
podcast.
episode.
So wait, who haven't we talked about? Cyborg?
Well, we haven't talked about villains as much because we only talked about Slade, Trigon.
There's like one mud ass dude. You know what I'm talking about? He's like just a sludge pile.
Mud ass dude.
Yeah, and then Plasmus is another one. They have
Yeah.
it's like Brick or something.
Oh yeah, the brick dude.
What's his
The
name?
brick dude.
Aren't they coming out with a Swamp Thing? Speaking of mud ass dudes, isn't there a Swamp Thing?
They had
like,
a Swamp Thing.
coming
They
out?
got
They had a Swamp
canceled.
Thing and it got canceled. Yeah.
Man, well, I feel like they host Swamp
DC
Thing
sucks.
so much.
DC can't make movies.
They
for
need to
DC
make a
sucks.
Swamp Thing
DC,
Poison Ivy
dude.
there.
They
They
suck at it,
fucking
dude.
piss me
They
off.
suck, dude. I wish they would do some good shit, but
Because they have such good characters.
all they can do is Joker. That's all they can
They
play.
did a good Man of Steel.
No one wants more Joker.
Did you ever watch Man of
Oh,
Steel?
people want more
Superman?
Joker.
God, yeah.
If you're an incel, you want more Joker, and there are many incels.
The Joker 2 is going to have multiple Jokers.
Wait, there's gonna be Joker 2?
Yes.
Dude, Dark Knight.
What?
Is,
Why?
Another Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes, as well as
Shut
other
your mouth.
Jokers in the same film. That's what I read.
Like
Joaquin
what?
Phoenix.
Why?
More.
You didn't like
You don't
him?
need a sequel.
You didn't
I
like
didn't
him as
watch that
Joker?
movie because I don't care.
What?
We talked about this on our Batman
The
podcast.
film was fine. I watched
No,
it.
it's actually really
I'm
good.
was
sure
fine.
it is. He won an Oscar for it. I'm
It
sure
was
it's
fine.
great.
It
but
wasn't-
I don't want to see any more Joker. I don't
Yeah.
care.
It has some good cinematography.
Don't care.
The problem
Yeah,
is,
but I don't
I'm
want a
just over
standalone
the
Joker.
Joker. Yeah, I'm over the Joker, bro.
You are?
I want Batman.
Heath
We
Ledger.
talked about this on our Batman episode, but
Okay.
yes, Joker. We don't think he's very great unless he's paired against.
Well, I think we should.
Batman.
I think we should talk about Cyborg first, and then we can talk about some more stuff.
Yeah,
So
well,
let's
We
hit all
haven't,
this
said,
over.
we haven't said a lot about Cyborg, huh, Bran?
I told you guys why I like Starfire. So why do we like Cyborg?
Say some more.
So we talked about like his relationship with Beast Boy, and he is still kind of comedic
he's
in
got
the
some comedic
Teen
stuff.
Titans
He's
cartoon.
very funny.
He's the straight
But
man.
in his other portrayals, especially in the live action ones,
Oh.
he's actually a
What?
much more serious character.
Well, on the Justice League thing, he's like very,
God,
very
so-
brooding.
Well, the thing is, even in the Snyder Cut, he's much different
In
from
the
the.
Snyder
Yeah.
Cut, apparently he's the star, right? He's like the focus. Of
Yeah,
the
he's
movie.
very
He has
important.
like an hour and a half of screen time.
But anyway, continue.
Because I mean, his backstory is pretty traumatic.
It is. He did not ask for this.
Exactly. He was just a regular high school athlete trying to live his life.
Well, he was
go
a
to
genius.
college.
But he got into a
Was he
crash.
He's a genius high school athlete.
No, he was a genius.
He's above.
Yeah.
I mean, his father is like what leader of
Yeah.
Star Labs, like
Yeah.
robotics or whatever BS. He's a genius.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
pretty
realize
sure.
he was a genius until he got the tech.
Everyone's a fucking genius in the DC universe, bro.
No,
But
He was a
he
genius.
wanted to be a regular high schooler, basically.
Yeah, he was
is
a
the
good
point.
football player.
And then, yeah, because of a tragedy, he was forced to get this technology.
He got
implemented in his
RoboCop,
body.
basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he
And-
wasn't forced. His dad could have just let him die, but he was selfish and wanted.
He
his
didn't
son to
choose
live.
that.
Well,
Much
yeah.
like
I think that
He didn't ask his dad
He was
to do
trying to
that.
use the technology though to heal him. He didn't know it was going to do that.
Oh, yeah, no.
at any cost.
It was very experimental. It was a last ditch effort to save him.
It's literally exactly RoboCop.
And
mean, I
so,
would take it,
and
but-
so, yeah,
$1 million man.
I mean, and
Would you
because of
wanna
that,
be
he's
Cyborg?
constantly grappling with his humanity.
Yeah.
Would I
There's an
want to be
eye.
Cyborg?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's the other
Yeah.
thing too. Isn't
Absolutely.
Weren't we literally just talking about we want to be
Implant
Cyborg?
shit in me.
He's in
into my
his
asshole.
robotic technology, isn't it? From what's his
The
name?
mother box,
Mother Dude?
which is from Darkseid.
Yeah, but well, that's in the movie. But I'm
That's
saying,
also in Young Justice.
Yeah, man, Justice.
I thought
It's
that
just
it
the new
was-
continuity,
I thought it
bro.
was- yeah, I thought in one of the Teen Titans they said that it was Brainiac or whatever technology.
Possible.
And
Might
then
be
when-
different in the
so then
original
when-
cartoon.
So then when Brainiac comes, his robot part of him is like trying to correspond with.
There's always a bit of
Brainiac.
that. There's a bit of that too in the news stuff. Yeah.
Brainiac is a weird villain. Really weird.
Just a robot.
We'll talk about it in the Superman app.
Oh yeah,
We need a Superman up. I like Superman a lot.
it would be a Justice League.
Yeah, his connection to Darkseid makes him like crucial in both Justice League and Young Justice.
Yeah.
And so that just adds a whole nother interesting aspect, I think.
It is kind of lame. how
And then it's not just technology because the mother box is sentient.
Yeah.
And so then it's like this.
it's an ethics issue.
It's like symbiosis between him and this alien technology. So I think that makes it even cooler.
Yeah. What I don't like about Cyborg is how they use him as like a cop out for like every technological issue that the teams have.
Sure.
Oh yeah, he can just hack anything.
Let me jack into this random thing
Yeah.
that just hack
Or
it.
yeah, his wires just go into something like
That's not how any of this works.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and just take it over.
Well, he's got like nanotechnology.
Yeah, that's
So he
like
can-
alien
he's like
shit,
Iron Man.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I guess Iron Man does weird shit too.
but that is kind of lame. Like he's more than he's more than.
But
that.
I like comparing the two. I think I like Cyborg more than Iron Man.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
Do we like that?
When Cyborg makes like sonic resonance like weapons and stuff
Whoa,
like
whoa,
this,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane, dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
So my question is, do we like how in the original Teen Titans, they don't like really? I mean,
Talking about the comic books or the cartoon series?
cartoon series. He's not. They don't like ever talk about race or anything like that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, they have
I mean, to be fair though, the distribution of the team is like. There's one dude that's green. There's
Yeah.
Raven, who's like a created
It's like
entity.
it's like a demon, an alien, and then one white guy.
one white guy and then Cyborg, one black guy. So, but they never make a big deal of it. I mean, I guess it wasn't really fashionable back then to talk about stuff like that, right?
there was, you know,
I don't think they
And it was also a kid's show.
Marvel.
Yeah, I mean,
Stan Lee
but
did.
that's what I'm saying. Do you like the fact that
It doesn't always have to be about race. I mean, you can have a character
Yeah.
that's not. That doesn't.
that's what I'm saying. His identity exists outside of his race.
But even though his race
It can be seen two ways.
isn't important to the character, he has consistently been black. I'm glad they haven't whitewashed
That's
him.
true. Oh God, yeah.
Well,
Well,
what do
so
y'all
yeah,
think
that is a
about-
good point. I mean, there's two ways to think about it. It's like
because they made Starfire black in the New Titans.
don't talk about race. Like let him be a hero. Let him be black and just be a hero, and not talk
Exactly.
about race for once.
Uh-huh.
And then there's also people that be like, you know, you're just avoiding talking about
Yeah,
race.
you have to talk about it.
Yeah, you have to talk about it because it's there.
That's one thing they
So-
well in the casting of Starfire. I know a lot of people got very mad.
But she's black in the
She's black.
Titan series. They
Well,
got
she's
mad.
an alien, but she's a black actress.
Whoa,
She has
wait,
dark
wait,
skin.
wait.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what do y'all think about Michael B. Jordan being cast as Superman?
Is he being cast as Superman, or is that a rumor?
I
In
think it's
what?
actually gonna happen.
I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
But-
I think that man's played too many superhero roles.
What was he? Oh yeah, he was Human Torch,
Human Torch. He's
which
Killmonger.
also people got upset because he was black as Human Torch. So it's
Give a
like,
fuck.
yeah, no one cares.
Human Torch makes sense for him to be black, if anything.
Why the fuck did Henry Cavill get fired?
He didn't get
I think he didn't
fired.
want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I thought he-
he's
oh,
over
really?
it, bro.
I
Yeah.
think a
thought
lot
they-
of those actors are fucking pissed because DC doesn't know how to do their shit.
Because
Warner
after
Bros.
Justice League, there was no guarantee of more movies.
Warner Brothers
so-
fucked a lot of shit up, and even the dude.
Henry Cavill does a lot of passion stuff.
But
Ben
the dude
Affleck-
literally
Ben Affleck
looks like Superman.
Ben Affleck left too. Like they,
Affleck, like the duck.
Yeah, Affleck.
He
I
didn't
know.
want to do it
Ben
from the
Affleck.
beginning though.
No, Ben Affleck wanted to because he thought he was going to get to direct his own Batman film, but
Yes, he
they
was
wouldn't
told
give
that.
they wouldn't give him the creative control that he wanted.
Yes, which was going to be a Batman versus Deathstroke movie.
The thing is,
That sounds
according to
dope as
Justice
hell.
Zack Snyder, yeah,
The thing is, though, Ben Affleck
he was fine. Yeah.
he does a good job on production and stuff like that.
I didn't
he?
like
Wasn't he
him,
very
but
involved in
he
Good Will
won.
Hunting and stuff? Didn't he win
He
an
won
Oscar?
awards for Argo and others.
He does a good job. Why wouldn't they just trust him with that? They couldn't fuck it up anymore.
Yeah.
They made it horrible too. Batman versus
Also,
Superman.
he's a big boy in the bat suit, dude.
Yeah,
He
huge.
looks like Batman. It should look.
Warner Bros. Also, you know, the guy who played Cyborg complained about how Warner
Oh,
Bros. Treated him.
he's
too.
complained a lot.
He's tried to do like an internal investigation on like Joss Whedon and like.
What
other guys.
happened?
Well, he first of all he said that Joss Whedon is abusive. and
I've heard a lot of stuff about
physically,
that.
But yeah, it came out that like a lot of people complain about the way he acts on set. Like he's very vindictive, and the way he treats his actors is like fucked up.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think Gal Gadot also
Gal Gadot came
said
forward.
like
Yeah, she said
He-
like the Palestinians deserve to be controlled by the Israelis. I think she said something like that, right? Didn't she?
didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that because she did.
She definitely said
She
something.
does believe that. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't doubt that.
Just like John Cena believes that Taiwan is not a separate country from China. So
Yeah, what he do? What he do?
That's what
He said that Taiwan was a country. On
he said
accident.
that. What he said is that Taiwan is the first country to get to view Fast 9.
and that
And
set up a fucking lightning storm.
China did not like that.
Oh.
John
So-
Cena doesn't give a shit.
Well, John Cena's actually.
I was like,
No, he's a cool dude.
No, I don't care about
cares?
that, but he knows he knows how to speak Chinese.
Does he really?
Yes,
that-
he apologized in Chinese.
Yeah, on a Chinese
But also,
social network.
why are we always apologizing to the Chinese?
Because they're a huge part of the market share.
That's it. They won't
Money?
watch your movie. Fast 9 won't get viewed. They won't get played.
We are super off track here, though. What was the last
Still
thing? We're
within
talking
the
about
realm
the
of
blackness of
DC.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring it all the way back.
But were you going to say anything more about Cyborg? I think we did. We talked a little bit about it.
Do you like the Cyborg from Teen Titans better, or the one from like what's your favorite iteration? Like Injustice?
I like Teen
In Young
Titans.
Justice, like I said, he starts off a lot edgier.
Yeah.
So at first that kind of put me off, but you find out. I mean, because it delves more into his backstory. In Teen Titans,
They're already kind of a team.
yeah, in Teen Titans, already a team. You don't really get much backstory. And
No,
this,
I don't think you hear his origin.
Except for
Yeah,
Sonic hijinks, which is good.
Whereas Young Justice, you get to see his progress from regular dude to having to join the team with these powers.
You only learn Starfire and Ravens. That's the only backstory you get because
They
theirs
voice
comes
them
back
back.
It's
and does things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think in newer versions where you see his full story explored is definitely better.
Yeah.
And like we said, incorporating the mother box into his technology is really cool.
I only say that because I love Young Justice, and it got canceled, but then they brought it back because so many people wanted like another season.
Oh,
It's
it's
insane, and it's good,
Um,
and it brings in a fucking huge cast. They go through all the Robins in it, right?
Oh yeah,
It's like
Are there any other villains that we care about?
Not really.
I don't know.
there's not a lot of
the big one is
A
Deathstroke.
reoccurring.
Really,
Yeah.
he's the reoccurring.
Plasmus is like a reoccurring monster villain. They
Whatever,
keep
I don't
showing.
remember those guys.
And then the Hive, there's like all these teenagers that are in the Hive. Like the guy who uses gadgets. I don't remember what his name is. And then
The
Jinx.
little tiny kid.
There's a kid that uses gadgets
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
that
yeah.
keeps kind of coming back. And
Yeah, they have their own team.
it's like Wildebeest or something, or like what's his name? He's like a big, strong dude.
Yeah, he looks
There's a
like
bunch
the
of
Hulk.
lame villains that nobody cares about.
But he's on the Titans at a certain point too.
He joins the Titans.
In some iteration of the Teen Titans, he's on them. Yeah.
I guess that's one thing about being a sidekick team is your villains are kind of lame. That's why Deathstroke is so cool because he is a main villain.
I
He's
think
like a
Slade
very
is awesome.
prominent threat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, well, he's a dude that is able to like challenge even members of like the Justice League.
yeah. You can go toe to
If
toe
you-
with Batman.
Yeah, he is like anti-Batman.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
Which is crazy.
But what the fuck is he gonna do to Superman?
The same thing that Batman would do.
Get
The thing is, Slade is a
Kryptonite
he's a
blades
tactical
and shit.
genius, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's a
So
genius.
just shoot
He's
a
a genius
kryptonite dart
of-
into Superman.
Also, he's not even there. That's his robot. So if Superman kills him, it's a robot.
That is true. That's why
Yeah.
I like the robot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
what Slade would do is you go on the black market, get some kryptonite that was taken off the giant thing that Superman had to lift in Man of Steel, forge it into a bullet, and then shoot Superman with it is what he'd do.
Yeah.
And Superman won't dodge it. Yeah. But
And
Batman,
Superman won't
Batman
dodge
already
it.
did that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Well, Slade's not about. He's not. You know, whatever. He'll do the same thing. It's not suspected.
I do like the kryptonite smoke grenades in Batman vs Superman.
what the fuck?
Pretty cool.
In that
Also-
movie?
Yeah.
The live action? I don't remember.
I feel like also a lot of the Titans squad they're the first ones to get fucking offed in alternate universe crossovers. Like
Yeah.
the Kingdom Come universe, I don't even know if there are any Titans members and that's the one where
Is
Superman
there a
basically
current
becomes.
Teen Titans running?
I think it's
No, there's not.
a comic.
Oh, that's one of the
No, comic book.
The show is Teen Titans Go is still being produced.
But there
right?
was a point where Teen Titans comic book was the most popular DC comic book. Like, it was selling the most.
so-
I listened to a thing that was talking about
the whole
it.
time I was working at DNA, there wasn't Titans. It was
Yeah.
Young Justice.
Right.
And
I
Young
think it was in
Justice.
the 90s. There was an iteration of the Teen Titans
Yeah,
in the
that makes
90s
sense.
that was like the hottest comic book in DC.
The thing is, yeah, I think people who watch Teen Titans still remember the show very fondly. Like that, you know, if you're
Oh, it's
just
great.
like us. I don't know, it resonated a lot because we watched it at the right time, you know?
No.
Like we were
We were
kids.
young.
We were watching a show about kids, but
What
also
about
things
Speedy?
like this. Speedy?
That's another Flash, right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no, Art-
No,
that's
Speedy is Archer.
Green
Roy,
Arrow. He's the Green Arrow.
Roy Harper?
second
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
who
And-
becomes Arsenal, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Also in Young Justice,
Yeah,
dude.
I think there is.
You
a
should
Teen
have watched Young
Titans.
Justice.
I
That's
think there
really-
is a Teen Titans that's running now.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's like Teen Titans Reborn or whatever, and none of them know that they were even superheroes, and they're all like just living pretty mundane lives or whatever.
I don't
and
read
then-
comics nowadays unless there's a huge crossover.
I
event.
hate this fucking dude.
Which one?
The bow and arrow.
Speedy. Yeah,
Speedy.
that's Speedy.
That's
Roy
Speedy?
Harper. Roy Harper. Yeah. Mossy Minnows are the little guys right there.
So he
Oh, I
becomes
remember.
Arsenal, and then there's another girl that ends up being the new Speedy. I want to say.
yeah, there's Aqualad over there.
All right, guys.
Dude, that
Oh,
dude
who's
is-
the bee? Who's
yeah.
the bee chick? What's her name?
Wasp or whatever?
That's
She was-
Cyborg's girl, right?
Yeah, when they were in Hive,
Yeah.
they were both infiltrating Hive or whatever.
And there was like a little bit of like romance and stuff throughout the series, right? Like with Terra and Beast Boy, and there was
Yes.
always like a Robin,
Robin
Starfire,
and
Will they,
Starfire,
won't they?
yeah.
But they never really get into any of that stuff too deeply, which is good. They keep it light.
Yeah, that's kind
That's
of
how it should be with a kid show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin and Starfire definitely had a thing though.
Yeah, but they never
There
get together
was-
even in the comics. So.
Yeah.
No, I've seen
Stay true to
some.
the
I've
comics.
seen some comic panels
together,
where
yeah.
they're like older.
Yeah, when they get older, they get together.
They don't really ever get married
in
or
the
have kids.
but in the Judas Contract movie, they're together.
Oh.
Yeah, they're a couple. They're both out of the Teen Titans, but they're both like older and sort of mentoring the younger
Yeah,
ones.
Titans at that point.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love me some Starfire. Cool character. And I think if you do look at the original character design, I was talking to this about Seb earlier.
Well, let's do.
the like super
Yeah.
long hair into the
Okay,
contra.
let's talk about aesthetic.
When I think about that, I think that maybe like the decision to cast Starfire as a black one makes the most sense to me because you look at her hair, it's
It
like
looks similar, yeah.
it looks exactly
Yeah.
like it does minus the contra.
So aesthetic then. Who do we think has the coolest aesthetic?
Slade.
Slade.
I think
Sorry,
Slade looks-
Slade. Like,
Slade is so
Slade
badass.
is cool.
Slade.
especially
I like
in the
Slade.
show, bro.
I like.
I think they all look cool though. Beast
Yeah.
Boy or
No.
not Beast Boy? Cyborg. I think Cyborg looks sick.
No.
Beast Boy. Oh, okay, never mind. Not Beast Boy.
He's just a green guy.
He's a green guy.
just in a
Green
purple
guy.
skin.
But no, the depiction of the technology on Cyborg is very cool.
Raven is sick. When she becomes White Raven too. Like
White Raven.
Oh yeah.
For some
badass.
reason, whenever they turn into
Yeah.
that white outfit, it's just cool. Like Gandalf,
Yes.
Link.
And she has like long hair.
White is cooler. Yeah. Shut up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's what we said.
Starfire, very cool, iconic look.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love her.
It's just like,
aesthetic.
well, the thing is,
Starfire?
Yeah.
her look didn't.
It's kinda lame.
It's the same callback to her original outfit, just the
Yeah.
purple outfit.
Yeah.
It's the outfit of Tamarinian Princess or whatever. So it's not like they can change much.
So we said Slade aesthetically.
Slade is just
Oh,
the
yeah.
coolest
Are you
one.
kidding me? Yeah.
We
When
are.
you're-
Alright,
Slade.
When you're a
What
kid
about-
and you see Slade, like something
And he
just
pulls off the
pops out
mask.
underneath
What
the
about
outfits.
We're scared.
what about character arc? I think Raven. She changes and grows and becomes more of a teammate and
Not interesting.
In terms of the original cartoon, definitely Raven.
yeah.
Over all of DC, I think Cyborg gets more story.
I think it's because
But
they're trying to
it's-
shoehorn him in.
But it's not about more story. It's about arc. Like,
Y'all haven't read the Slade comics, have you?
Just Slade.
Those fucking Slade comics, bro.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I don't want to go too in depth, but his arc is insane.
Shut the fuck up.
Although it's Slade in, like we said, in Arrow, it's pretty dope.
Slade.
story.
Well, Slade also he comes back from hell and then,
That's what I'm saying.
and then ends up helping them defeat Trigon.
It's like
so
Jason-
that's kind of a neat arc. I mean,
Yeah.
but
It's like Jason returns from hell.
God
But
damn
it's-
it, Jason goes to hell.
Honestly, they
He's
both
the right-
have like
Yes.
sports masks on and shit. That's true.
Starfire. I mean, she grows
She's
more
a pretty
accustomed to Earth, I guess.
She's a pretty static. I mean, most of her stuff happens before she gets to Earth, right?
Yeah. But we talked about this too. Static doesn't necessarily mean that it's
Starfire
bad
has
arc.
literally no arc.
Being knowing who you are throughout.
I think that's
is
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
I
she
agree
doesn't
with you on
change
that.
too much, like I said. Someone's got to be the Rock.
But within the cartoon, Raven by far is the coolest
Honestly,
story.
Yeah.
Because she's got the Jesus arc. If you got the Jesus arc, it's the coolest arc.
Yeah.
Her
Hence
father-
why the Bible is the greatest story ever told.
Okay.
It's the Jesus arc. That's why it's called the Jesus arc.
Yeah,
The Messiah.
but
Am I wrong?
it's been improved upon, if you ask me.
I don't know.
It's a little dated.
Is it?
It's extremely
It's,
good.
it's an interesting
It's
story.
not a good read. The
It is a little dry,
it's
but
too verbose. And,
we're talking about Lord of the Rings. We're talking about the Bible, or
both. Literally both. Literally both.
Anyway. And I like I said, I like Slade in the Arrowverse. He's got an interesting backstory and stuff with him and Oliver Queen and those sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they chose to make him like a prominent villain because then it brought him sort of to the limelight. And I wish, it sucks so bad that we didn't get anything Slade on the big screen,
we
like in
a
an
bitch-
actual Justice League.
we got,
Because it would have been, I think that would have been something that you
sick,
could have
for
finally
sure.
done.
him on the yacht at the end.
Him on the yacht at the end, and at the end of the Snyder cut, he's
Yeah, no,
in
yeah,
the
no. When they're in
he's
the,
in the Nightmare.
Yeah, when they're in the
Nightmare with a kid,
Yeah.
of course.
with Joker and
yeah.
shit.
That's such a badass squad.
No, it is. What are they
Like,
gonna do against Superman?
Batman-
though? What are they gonna do against Superman?
hide like they intended to.
I know, but when he lands, it's like, all right, GG.
Well, Joker is one of the few people to have bested Superman.
Yeah.
So, if it was anybody, it would
Joker
be the
makes
Joker.
Superman go evil.
That's the whole point of the Nightmare.
But he was about to.
That's winning for Joker.
Yeah,
He's breaking
Just make chaos. Yeah.
Superman,
That's
the
what-
greatest of all.
That's That's the greatest achievement you could do.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
How is Joker gonna? No.
What other categories? We talking about three-dimensional, like well-rounded characters.
And that's kind of the same as saying there are.
Yeah, power level is a very important thing. I
I mean,
think.
characters that are not just one beat the entire time.
Power level, obviously the strongest out of all of ours is gonna be Raven.
I think
I don't know. Cyborg's pretty fucking overpowered in the
Raven,
new
can't she just like make you disappear if she wants to or something?
Not really. She does have healing powers and stuff.
In the Versus System card game, Raven has the most, the highest number stat.
I know in the
Well,
Young
Slade
Justice
beats the
comic,
boss.
when I was reading, Raven's death is one of the things that triggers like this huge like series of events that
It's just like psychic energy or something. Or are you saying
she
like,
gets killed.
But is it plot events that happen, or is
Yeah,
it because she had like her death?
No, it's not her
Causes some kind of
power.
eruption
It's
or something.
because she gets killed by another Young Justice. There's a whole like story behind it.
Mm.
But then they killed off that storyline when they made the 52 and then the new 52. So,
Yeah.
but it was cool at the time. But yeah, they're all really powerful. Raven, I think actually all of them probably the weakest would be Starfire. But I mean, it is what it is.
Beast Boy? Beast Boy's not. He's the weakest.
Oh, I'm talking about the characters
Mars.
we've selected.
Oh, okay.
They've really amped up Cyborg as of late. That dude
yeah,
is
no.
strong.
He's incredibly strong.
Not just his like regular powers. And the thing is, if you remember, we all watched the Flashpoint movie, the animated
Yeah,
one.
I love
He
that movie.
is like in the alternate universe.
Yes.
He is the leader of the Justice League because
Yeah, yeah.
you know he's the guy with the access to the information and
That's
all
awesome.
that stuff. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if there's another category that's specific to Teen Titans because these are all the categories we use on everything.
Who's the most iconic Teen Titan character though? You know what I'm saying? And when you think of Teen Titans, what is the character that comes
Probably
to
Robin.
mind? Yeah, I would. Well, I always think of Dick Grayson first, but he's not.
Yeah.
On the, he's not on the
Yeah.
the
I
platter.
think of
I think of Starfire.
I think of all of them. To be honest.
In order, I think of Robin, Starfire, Raven.
I mean, I like Raven the most, so I think of Raven after Robin. But
I don't know. They're a very well-rounded team. They work
do we
together
do
very
we
well.
care? Should teenage issues be something that we care about? Like who had the most teenage issues?
I don't
Is
give
it
a shit.
Teen Titans.
I don't give a shit about that.
I
I'm
think
sure
they
some-
all have them.
They all
in
have
different
angst
ways.
issues, yeah.
They find a way to connect it to their
Yeah.
to their stuff too. It's
I
pretty
think that's part of what made the show good. Like I said, we were in the right age to be watching that show, in my opinion.
yeah.
Y'all were way older than me though when y'all were watching that shit.
Yeah.
But, like
I was
13,
I was a
14.
literal
We were
kid.
teenagers.
Yeah, y'all were
so you were a
teenagers.
child.
I was a literal.
Which makes
kid.
sense because it's Teen Titans. So.
exactly.
And I was already into that
Teen
nerd
Titans.
shit back then. We all were, I guess. You know.
I've been in that nerd shit my whole life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. None of us are new to it. So
Yeah,
we've
I
been
like,
living
I like graphing calculators.
I
when
came
was,
out
like,
the
4 or
womb
5.
playing WoW.
TI-83s, and now we see them come up to TI-84s, baby. Anyway,
All right, I think we're ready to vote.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So if I had to select one of these 4 characters as the greatest character, okay, I know.
All right, John, count us down. 3,
Ready?
2, 1 in, and then we say
You know who the best
Our
character
choice.
Yeah,
is?
let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Starfire.
Raven boy.
I said Raven.
I said Raven.
I said Starfire.
You said Beast Boy?
What?
With the
Idiot.
troll.
Didn't he do that on Kingdom Hearts 2? What did he?
Yes.
I feel like he did.
Slade.
Wait, you didn't
Slade.
vote for Riku on Kingdom Hearts?
No.
What the
I feel like he
fuck?
voted
I think I
for
said Jiminy Cricket or some shit.
Jiminy Cricket is a good one.
He's badass though.
He's the conscious.
Doesn't he like? He's got 6 legs, so he like. How do you say 6 wheels? Keyblades.
Hexa wheels.
bro.
Hex wheels. All right. Well,
I still stand behind my Starfire pick. She's my
well,
favorite.
we got
Well, like I said,
Raven and then Starfire
That's
and Slade tie for second.
Well,
but
he didn't
Wait, you
Starfire.
didn't say Slade, you said Beast Boy.
Slade is my favorite, but like I said, I don't really think he's the best.
Yeah, no, I think
he's the best villain by far.
aesthetically. Amazing, yeah. I mean, he wins that category. He wins a lot of categories.
He's
but
like the
as
modern
far-
ninja. Yeah.
He doesn't have enough backstory or arc or
Exactly.
any of that kind of stuff. He's just a cool villain.
Wait, hold on, I gotta say.
Until it comes to like all the other
If
stuff.
we were doing best villains, he might win, but
No, you wouldn't.
maybe not because he doesn't have much development.
Not in the DC
right?
universe, no.
No, best DC
You know, he
villain,
does have
Vandal
another-
Savage.
We didn't talk too much
Vandal
about
Savage.
him.
Not even kidding. I love Vandal
Vandal
Savage.
Savage is coming.
He does have a story though in the Judas contract in the comic books that doesn't get in any the movie or the Teen Titans cartoon, which is
We
his
should-
son.
we should
His
do
son is captured by the Hive or whatever.
Yes.
Dude, it's so scary.
And
When it
his
comes out of the
son-
shadows, you
yeah.
can only see half.
It looks
Ooh.
like the poster to Clockwork Orange. It looks like the Clockwork Orange poster.
think
with
that-
the one eye or whatever. Like
Kind of. I don't know. Just the monocle and stuff in the poster,
Yeah.
right?
Bro, even Robin.
when Robin wears the Slade outfit, we didn't
Yeah.
talk about that. That was sick. as
That's
shit.
what I was
See?
talking
Let me
about.
see.
And his suit is so live.
Yeah.
But no, his son has the.
So that's how you know it's
His
separate
son
from the
has
action
powers.
because Batman will come beat the shit out of this man if he did that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
His son
Whoop his fucking ass.
The serum that's in his body, whenever he had a baby, it like apparently affected the baby. The baby has power, so Slade's son has the ability to
Do psychic
transfer consciousness.
What the fuck?
Makes
he-
no sense.
He transfers consciousness, and in the story,
He has a
Judas
son and a
Contract in
daughter.
the comic, yeah, I think so. He transfers consciousness with Slade. Slade is like thrown off, and he knows not to look at his son because he has to like meet eye contact with him. But he's so thrown off to find out that his son is captured because that was not part of the deal. And so he sees his son. He's like, "What the fuck?" And then he makes eye contact with him. He transfers consciousness with his dad, and then he goes and slaps Tara across the face. And he's like, "You know, you're not going to get paid for this. Like, I'm getting all the money." And that's why it's like he doesn't actually turn on Tara in the comic books. it's his son that makes him turn on Turbo, which I don't like as much. I think it's kind of cooler the other way.
All right, we'll tune in next time to our Resident Evil episode. We're going to go prepare for that. There's no one to talk about in Resident
Can I be there for Resident Evil?
I can't believe it. We did it again. We figured out who the best character is in whatever we're talking about, despite the podcast being called Your Favorite Character Sucks. Now the only question is, what should we do next? You can help us decide by following us at YFCS Pod on Instagram and Twitter and telling us which show, movie, series, book you think we should do. Until then, hit that subscribe button and catch us on the next episode. Thanks for listening.